Let's be clear. Start off, one anti-Semite in the party is one anti-Semite too many. And when I became leader of the party, some complaints were received. I asked Shami Chakrabarti to undertake a review of all this, which she did. She made a number of recommendations on processes which were not implemented quickly enough. Under Jenny Formby's period as General Secretary in 2018, much more progress was made very quickly. But the numbers have been exaggerated, in my view. The public perception in an opinion poll last year was that 1/3 of all Labour Party members were somehow or other under suspicion of anti-Semitism. The reality is it was 0.3% of party members had a case against them which had to be put through the process. And so I think it's clear that we do not accept, I do not accept, Keir Starmer does not accept, none of us accept anti-Semitism in any form whatsoever in our party.
Could your leadership have changed this? Could you have done more?
I did everything I could to make sure a process was put in place and cases were dealt with quickly. And as the report acknowledges, in the latter stages, the process had speeded up, more cases were dealt with, where necessary people were expelled from the party, but also I think we could and should have made more progress on the education process, because I do think education into the hurt caused to Jewish people by allegations of anti-Semitism, by anti-Semitic tropes and tweets and messages, is deep and horrible, and I'm very sorry for any people that were hurt as a result of that, because I want to see, like everybody else does in the Labour Party, anti-Semitism completely ended.
Keir Starmer has said today those who pretend this is exaggerated or is factional are part of the problem. You've told me today it is exaggerated.
What I said today was that anti-Semitism is unacceptable in any form. What I said was...
You told me it was exaggerated. Your report said it was dramatically overstated.
What I said was the numbers of cases in the public perception had become overstated. The existence of the problem I fully acknowledge, which is why I took action to end the problem in the party by introducing a process to get anti-Semites out of the party.
You used the words today with me, exaggerated. Keir Starmer says those who pretend this is exaggerated or factional are part of the problem. Are you part of the problem, Mr Corbyn?
No, I'm not part of the problem. The problem is anti-Semitism historically, anti-Semitism in the present, and the fear that many people have of being under attack at their synagogue, or indeed mosques, temples and lots of other places within our society. We need to tackle racism in every conceivable form within our society.
But are you sorry that seemingly on this issue you failed to tackle it?
I don't believe I did fail. I believe that I brought in the rules that were necessary, and those are the ones that are now in operation, which means that the process is much more rapidly dealt with. But let's be clear about this. Racism is a poison and a cancer in our society. We all have to oppose it all the time, everywhere.
Keir Starmer has said today anyone who claims that this issue has been exaggerated should be nowhere near the Labour Party. Will you resign from the party?
Of course not. I am proud to be a member of the Labour Party. I joined the Labour Party when I was 16. I've fought racism all my life, and I'll fight racism the rest of my life. And as leader of the party, I did everything I could to ensure that we were a leading anti-racist organisation and anti-racist party. The rise of racism in this country, and even worse across Europe, is a serious scourge. We have to unite to protect all communities that are under threat, and unite to ensure that racism becomes a part of history, not part of our presence.
And what do you think of the people who are calling today for you to resign?
I ask them to think for a moment. This party is a very big organisation. We come from lots of different political trends and backgrounds, but we're united in our wish to have a unified society free from racism. We're united in our determination to bring about economic justice. We're appalled that 1 million young people are without jobs at the present time. Surely these are the things that unite us, and we are united to get rid of the scourge of racism.